Heyo.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, dude? Sky Sled week, baby.
Sky Sled week, Sky Sled 10 days or however long it's been.
It's the season of the sled.
Season
People are
of the
saying
sled.
it. People are saying it. Let me see. Josh Frost, the boys are pulling a Geek Dad J tonight and showing up late to their own show. We're doing all the behind the scenes stuff at the last second. That's our problem.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome. It's another episode of Mondo Toy Talk. My favorite stream to do nowadays. The only stream I do nowadays, but still, it would be my favorite to do anyway. But yeah, I'm Peter, aka Attack Peter, and I'm here with the inimitable Hector Arce. What's up, dude?
Inimitable. What a word.
Inimitable means nobody can imitate. Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to be here again.
And there's a rumor that you actually don't show it yet, but there's a rumor that you have a Sky Sled right there off camera.
Yeah. Who told you that?
So yeah, it's a big night. Got lots to talk about, lots to catch up on, and we even have some giveaways and some teases that you'll want to stick around for. So welcome everybody, and thanks again for joining us. But let's get right into it. You know, we have a lot to talk about when it comes to Sky Sled, but there was some news that dropped recently.
Yeah.
And we got to get into it.
News that some folks guessed correctly, right?
Yes.
Many months ago, but we were finally able to announce it.
100%. And it was so funny because it was like on the tip of our tongues, desperate to say something. You know, we want to share. It's hard to keep secrets when the secrets pertain to stuff that we're fans of too, because we just want to geek out with everybody. And thank God we have an awesome team to geek out with inside Mondo, because I think it would kill me otherwise. But yeah, so before we get to the Sky Sled, let's talk a little bit about, hold on, I already ruined it. Let me see, here it is. Bro, I know I had it right here. Here it is. Here.
Again, we do it right before the show because that's how we do things.
Hold on, let me do this again. Let me try this one more time. Share screen, entire screen. There it is. Boom, share. Okay, so 1/6 scale Thundercats. We announced it at C2E2. I was in Chicago. By the way, nice to meet so many of you for the first time and see some familiar faces too. In Chicago, I was asked to show up at the Funko Fanatic panel. By the way, Funko fans are wild. Holy cow, man, that was insane. And so many of
truly fanatics.
Yeah, dude, it was no joke, and it was awesome because like they're super into it. You know, Becker's super into it. You know, they give away a ton of prizes, so that's cool. And anyway, it was a fun time. But the cool thing is realizing how many people who are Funko fans didn't even know Mondo was a part of Funko or didn't really know what Mondo did. So we got a chance to like, you know, say, hey, this is what we do. This is what we're super excited about. And on top of all that, you know, here are some reveals. And so we revealed Lion-O in 1/6. We showed the concept art. We showed some 3D sculpt images. We're not going to get super deep into it tonight. That's going to have its own time in the sun, but we want to show it off here a little bit and just say that yes, we are doing Thundercats in 1/6. Lion-O is going to be the first one out of the gate. Dude, how excited are you?
I'm so excited. We've been working on it for so long now. And like you were saying earlier in the show, like it's so hard to keep some of these secrets, especially when we want to, you know, just tell the world that we're working on such a cool project. It's been a long time coming to do, you know, Thundercats at Mondo. And I'm just stoked. I mean, I can't wait for people to see the final product. It looks so good.
Yeah, we've been seeing those shots. You know, that's the other cool thing is having Mark Bristow painting for us in-house. Like we just see the shots come across the comms in the middle of the day, and the paint on it looks like it's like when I saw Tila for the first time. It's like he's insane. It's crazy because I look at our roster and I'm like, do we have like the best people under one roof? It feels like
we have amazingly talented artists that work here at Mondo and work in the collectibles department and work tirelessly to just give us the most amazing product that I think, you know, that we just put out. And it's just seeing his paints and for everyone to see him in hopefully soon. It's really good. And I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's so different than what the renders were that we put out and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. And
every stage of the production kind of like adds something intangible. Obviously, concept art gives you the idea of what it's going to look like. The early sculpt, you start, oh, I really get it now. Then having a 3D print, you're like, holy crap, it's like a real thing in space. And then the paint, it's like, okay. But it's not until like you really, really get to see it in person with all that put together that you get it. And it's so awesome to be able to share it. So,
and I did want to say, like, we're really treating this as a love letter to the show. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we're doing some sort, a bit of updating, as we've done with Motu, right? We kind of are approaching it in a similar way, where we're adding a little bit of our spin, but still honoring what came before it. And those who are fans of the show will instantly recognize some of the accessories that we've thrown in here. That are really just direct references to episodes in the show. Another thing I wanted to throw out there is that we haven't shown off everything yet. There's a couple surprises. That
you want to address this?
Free to undies. Free to undies. Yes, the undies will be freed. The tunic or what his armor is removable. So do not worry. You can see the undies and display him with undies if you so.
Yeah, for all those trouser fans, we have heard you, and yes, you'll be able to display Lion-O in the more classic look. Let's just say it that way.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right. So you'll have options. And what's really cool, and I want to encourage more of this, is that I noticed that when we announced the figure, a lot of the chatter was hella positive, like super excited, positive. That you could tell there was a few like new to Mondo people in the comments here and there who came for Thundercats, and they were like, I wonder if it's this. It better have this. It better not have this and this. And then there was so many like regular Mondo, people who have been sticking with us for a while and know our product, and they're all saying, no, chill. Like they listen. They're gonna put out the best thing they can put out. Forget about it. So more people giving us the benefit of the doubt is an awesome thing. I definitely want to encourage that. And
it's great to see how passionate everyone was.
100%.
This,
I would be too if it was like,
some of the product that we think is going to be cool and that resonates with us as creators, but also that will resonate with the fan base. And we have a ton of Easter eggs in here. Again, there's a couple things we haven't announced yet for the line for Lion-O. And yes, you can remove his armor so that you can, or his tunic, I guess. Is that what it call it?
Yeah, I don't know. I always say loin. I don't know. It reminds me of like the gladiator armor.
It's just armor,
it's armor. Lower below the belt armor. How about that?
You can display a more classic looking line.
Exactly. So anyway, we don't want to, like I said, we're not going to spend too much time on this. Just to say, there's a lot of coverage out there. Thank you to all the toy tubers who have been covering it and getting the hype up there. You should be hyped. This thing looks incredible. King Panther says, Peter and Hector, I know this is a SKY SLED spotlight, but will we see more regarding Thundercats at San Diego?
Oh, yeah.
The answer is a resounding yes, King Panther.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
We're gonna save a juicy one for Comic-Con.
A juicy one for Comic-Con. So get your Comic-Con tickets if you can. Now, we'll move on, but we also announced Ghostbusters, and we'll have more to say about that as well at Comic-Con. Definitely, you're not going to get anything else out of us until then. On that one, that is a special project we are working really, really hard on. But I will say, and I think Hector will back me up on this, that you guys blew us out of the water with your reaction. We're so stoked. I hope you guys realize that we are just as excited to be able to work on this as you are to be able to get it. It's a miracle. It really is. Knock on wood. And can't thank Mr. Alex Brewer enough. And for all the conspiracy theorists out there, no, we didn't ask Alex to leak those shots months ahead of time.
No,
I was gonna say, if you knew how much trouble we would get into if that was our strategy, you wouldn't think that. But there is something to be said that it was so inspiring to see that those posts and to see people's reactions that everybody involved was like, we got to make this happen. It's too good. And so fingers crossed, but everything is looking amazing and we're so excited to talk more about it at Comic-Con, you guys. So stay tuned for that. All right, let us get into the reason we came here tonight. SKY SLED 1.6. By the way, there's a poll in the chat if you haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
There's a poll in the chat. We asked, who do you want to see next in 1.6? Do you want to see Buzz Off, Manny Faces, Triclops, or someone else? But if you hit other, just write it in the chat and let us know so we can highlight that. But yeah,
and this is not counting the ones we've already announced.
Right. The ones we already announced, we don't have to say those.
Scare Mare. We've already announced Evil Lynn, so that does not count.
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, I got to see an update on Scare Glow today. You guys aren't ready. I'm just saying that. Anyway, okay. SKY SLED, super exciting. You head over to mondoshop.com and you have, by the way, we're halfway through the campaign. It is available until May 17th, which is what day is that? That's Friday. Yeah. Friday at 11:59 a.m. Central Time. That is middle of the day, right before noon, not 11:59 p.m. Just for those who don't know. But let's get into it because there's so much good stuff going on with this guy. SKY SLED, it's our first 1/6 scale vehicle. Yes.
Yep.
And look at that thing, dude. Take us back, because I think this predates me being here at the company too. Take us back to the early conversations around SKY SLED internally and what led you and the team to want to do this in the line.
I think the biggest thing we wanted to do as we started to see our fan base grow, right, from Mo2 and just the amazing response that we've gotten from people was to do something that was kind of like geared to be like a love letter to the fans who've been supporting the line. Here's something really unique. Here's something different. Here's something that, maybe can pave the way to other bigger things, right? Other vehicles, other like accessorial kind of items, right? For our
like world building outside of the actual thing.
Yeah. So we wanted to do something that was really probably really geared towards like our hardcore fan, right?
Yeah.
And give them something special and something that is part of like you're saying, world building, accessories, right? Not necessarily just another figure, but here's something that you can place your figure on, and not just any. You could do any of the good guys. Man at Arms, Tila can all sit on the sled.
Yeah, and it's cool because you see that in, as somebody who's been collecting 6 scale for a while, I love my Star Wars stuff, for example. It's rare that you get these big type pieces that help build up the display in the collection. And you'd seen people say, we love Battlecat, love Panther. What else can I know it's not everybody in the fan base who has the space or is going to go into this kind of thing. But like you said, we want to put something out that's just, holy crap, I never thought this would happen. And here it is. And so you can take the 1/6 scale He-Man. I mean, think about the size when you see these pictures of what this thing is. Because even this picture, I don't think really tells the story of the size when you see it in hand. It's insane, dude. So so anyway, so SKY SLED, so it feels familiar, but it also feels like we talk about like super ultra 8K, when you're seeing these photos. So what were the major things that you thought we have to, if we're gonna do this, it has to be blank?
There was a couple things. First up was the first thing I wanted to change was the sticker, and I think I just saw a comment about it. And traditionally, when SKY SLED has been released in the past, the dragon motif on the side is a sticker, right? It's just an old sticker. And that was the number one thing I wanted to change. I was like, this is going to be a high-end product. This has to fit in with our 1/6 scale He-Man. Battlecat has all these flourishes in his armor. All of our pieces have all these extra flourishes that, are just kind of a sort of an update to the original design, right? And that's exactly what I was going for here, which was when I spoke to Emiliana, when I spoke to our sculptor and stuff like that, it was, you know, we need that to be a 3-dimensional piece. This needs to feel like it's an actual, like, you know, physical object that was there. And if you're actually, if it existed, like, would it be a sticker, right? It wouldn't be, right? It'd be a sculpted dragon, an elaborately sculpted dragon on the side. And that was one of my first things that I wanted. And then, of course, update the design overall, you know, add some more panel work, and as always, stay true to the original source material, right? We wanted to be the silhouette to stay in place. We wanted to be instantly recognizable. We didn't want to, like, make it too crazy.
I absolutely love these, like, the scale. It's like it's like a griffin, right? That thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think
it's so cool. This stuff is, like, speaks to me.
Yeah. And then, you know, we wanted it to come with some fun accessories. Like, I love this photo.
This is amazing, dude.
Yeah. If only you could actually do that in real life. Right?
I know.
I'm not Emiliano. I'm sorry.
Raul
is a wizard here with his stuff, and I think one of the next Toy Talks we should really show the behind the scenes of how
that'd be awesome.
These photos we can get them on and do, because he does behind the scene videos of how he shoots his stuff.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
yeah,
cool.
We definitely should.
Anyway, I mean, this was another thing. Yeah, thank you for showing this photo. We thought it'd be a lot of fun to showcase, like, an engine panel on the inside.
Yes.
It's never really been shown before, so we kind of just made it up for this figure. But we thought it'd be a great time to get some use out of that panel work with the dragon, and actually have it be removable. And it's a fun little nod. And again, it's just us trying to push and elevate what is a simple design. In the original is a simple, straightforward design, right? And we just wanted to just push it more because of the scale, because of the price point, and add these little details.
Right. Yeah, it's just rad, man. And, like, you're seeing these photos, and
I love this photo too. It's like dad fixing a car, and
yes,
being like, this is where you put this piece correctly, He-Man.
You know what, exactly. And what I really like about it is that you can see the aesthetic link throughout all the figures, that, like you're saying, the relief sculpture of the dragon, the engine parts, all those details allow it to sit next to the detail of the figures themselves, like the armor details and Man-at-Arms, the hair sculpt on He-Man. That kind of detail would feel out of place if SKY SLED wasn't up to that level of intricacy, right? Because then you wouldn't be able to do a photo like this. It'd be ridiculous. So yeah, so great. Again, showing the interactivity here. I love the articulation on the handle here, being able to twist it.
Yeah, the handle can twist up and down, right? So, like, if you have a taller figure or a shorter figure that sits on it, you can kind of adjust to their size. And the whole panel moves from left to right, so there's that extra amount of movement there.
Right. Paul Akers, Man-at-Arms yelling at He-Man for not holding the flashlight right. Yeah. And then second, the head sculpts are a nice add-on too. Yes, Josh. Yeah, that was a really cool surprise, just to be able to, something I wouldn't even think about. But yeah, if you're creating a vehicle that indicates, like, speed and motion through the air, and then you put He-Man on it and his hair static, it kind of breaks the illusion a little bit. But having that windswept hair is an awesome touch for not only He-Man but Adam.
Yeah, I mean, this was straight up a just fun nod that we were trying to do, especially, again, because this piece was meant to be sort of like a reward to our hardcore fans. And if, like, you've been collecting this line, and you have He-Man, and you bought Prince Adam back at Comic-Con a year ago, right? Here's a little fun little nod, right? I mean, the only thing I kept thinking was that famous little, like, meme of Adam on the sled from the side profile, and his hair is flowing, and that's just all we wanted to do. It's just something fun. It's silly, but it was, a little fun moment to give folks like you were saying, a new reason to a different way to display.
Yeah.
If they wanted to feel like it's in motion.
Giraffe says, I'm putting that hair on Skeletor. I fully expect to see people, accessorizing their characters with these hair pieces, if that's possible.
No, I mean, they're fully sculpted. They're fully. The hair is attached to the head.
Oh, then you'll have to sacrifice.
You can't just remove the hair and put it.
It's real hair. It's not a toupee.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, look at this is a great shot, by the way. I think this was the teaser.
Yeah.
And I thought this was a really awesome way to showcase the paint and the weathering of the metal. And then seeing the juxtaposition again. Like, think of this. You have the weathered metal on the handle. You have the skin texture on He-Man. You have the texture of the leather bracer. There's so much happening there texturally, paint apps. It's kind of like in this one photo, you get a taste of how much detail and care are put into these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. It's really great stuff there. And let's see here. Yeah, just more close-up shots. How beautiful that Griffin head sculpt is.
Yeah. Again,
the texture on that dragon. That dragon reminds me of like 80s Motu box art. It's so good.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. Someone says, RC says, thanks for painting the flame correctly. Commonly done wrong, unfortunately. Yeah. Glad we could nail it. Let's see here. And then, so yeah, we have there's so many great shots. Definitely recommend people going to mondoshop.com. Even just to bask in the glory of Raul's photographs. Strongly recommend that people take time. Someone asked, will we ever put together like a book highlighting all the photography? I'd love to do that. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe one day. There's that much great stuff.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that and celebrate 100. Not just Raul's photography, but just the what we've accomplished here at Mondo Toys and Pinnacle.
Yeah, you get a sense of scale right here. But let's go into the behind the scenes stuff, because I know so many people love looking at those. And I really love showing that off. By the way, before we do.
Oh, yeah. This is a great. I love this image.
How about this, you guys? Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you are close to being here with the collection. Because I saw this and I'm like, dude, that is some setup. And, in 1/6, because there's so much realism, you don't often get this kind of color, vibrance and variance in a line. So being able to see it all together is really awesome with those.
And it's just great, I mean, having, I think it shows like how, deep we've gone into the line, right? Like, and I know we do some, exclusive repaints here and there and all that kind of stuff, right? But I'm just seeing all of them come together, right? And then knowing what's coming out this year and, what's probably going to come out next year, it's just going to be cool. And it's just
100%.
Great, the whole lineup.
I'm absolutely I adore this shot. I think we talked about it early on that you don't, and we talk about with our X-Men line, that sometimes you don't really get a sense of what you're collecting until you see it all together. Because this is Motu is like Game of Thrones. Like, it's all about everybody. There's He-Man's the star, but it's about everybody. Mm-hmm. And seeing them all together like this really, really kind of like hits home that people are going to have something like this in their collection. It's awesome. So really great shot. Love seeing that. Wanted to share that with all you guys. We probably have that on the site in the near future, so people can look at it.
At some point.
But here's a concept art. Really rad. And who was the concept art? Was this Emiliano?
Emiliano. Yep.
Emiliano Santa Lucia. He is one of the architects of this line, I would say, comfortably.
Absolutely.
Getting to see, and let me say, like, when you draw organic figures well, it doesn't necessarily indicate that you will have a grip on some of the symmetry and the architectural engineering design in a vehicle like this, but it's just so awesome to see that he is just like a Renaissance man when it comes to design. When you got this back, what were your thoughts? Did you cause I think Emiliano makes you feel like, okay, it can happen, right? When you see it.
Yeah. And his work is so tight and so crisp that it's instantly, I can see what it's going to look like in 3D just looking at his turns, right? And he's great. I mean, he for those who don't know, he also does stuff for Transformers. right?
Yeah.
So he's very well versed in the whole like vehicle kind of art approach. So
Yeah.
having him tackle this was a no-brainer, and he's always been just great to work with.
I bet as a sculptor, you're like, stoked when you know that Emiliano's the one doing the concept art, because he really does.
It does
build
help
the form
when the concept is really tight like this, and it does help a sculptor out immensely.
I would even point to like areas like here where you can really see the indication of the relief being sculpted, not just painted. That kind of stuff, is really great. By the way, just like want to zoom in to show how much detail goes into art that might never see the light of day, by the way. When you think as an artist that you're not sure if anybody will ever get to see it. So just really beautiful stuff. Yeah, and then you also sent me, this is I imagine the early sculpt, or like
this was pretty close to this is
sculpt.
pretty close to final. Yeah. So we Pierre Bronner, he sculpted the sled for us. He
Awesome.
works with he's a good friend of Emiliano, and he's done a fantastic job working on this and another project for us. He helped on the Scareglow Safubi. And Tommy Hodges here on our team just kind of took it home, right? He really worked really hard to engineer the whole thing, to do touch-ups that needed to be done here and there. So you're kind of seeing like a mix of their work.
Yeah. And it's just, again, it's a testament to like having a band of musicians that's in sync with each other, because at the end of the day, it's seamless. Here's that exploded view that I love showing, because I know this is something that I never really got a chance to see until I worked here. And as a big fan of toys, like this stuff to me is really, really, really just, I don't know. It just like, it gives you another level of appreciation for the complexity, for the intricacies that go into something that is, when you see it all together, you're just thinking SKY SLED. But when you see it like this, you can imagine the time spent on just tiny little areas and accessories that might be obscured from the immediate view when you first see the SKY SLED. So really great. And can you explain for people who might just be joining what the purpose of an exploded view is? Like, why does this exist?
Exploded views are great because it helps not only us, who may not be sculpting it right, who are just, directing it, give us a great visual of all the parts that go into the singular piece, right? And it also helps our manufacturers, right? When we're sending this kind of stuff out, it's a great visual to those teams, to give us, a good idea of what's going to go into making this. Right.
Absolutely. And look at this trolling comment that I just got. Waiting for that surprise slide from Attack Peter, giving us a glimpse of what's. I'm practicing getting better at my precision. I literally, before we started streaming, I closed every window, like exit, I don't care, just in case. You never know, dude. But yeah, and so this is another cool shot, like going from the digital exploded view to like a physical exploded view almost, where you see all the parts as they were painted, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and this was painted by Alex Alva.
Oh, nice.
Yes. New member.
Shout out Alex.
Shout out to Alex. He is a fantastic painter, and he did this one for us, and I think it's cool seeing it all laid out like this. An exploded shot of the actual sculpt is not like a normal thing that we get to see, because at that point, by the time we get the final, like it's all been assembled, right? And all the parts that are supposed to be permanently stuck together are stuck together and all this. But in terms of manufacturing, a lot of these parts get separated, easier to produce, put together.
I think my eye keeps getting drawn in multiple photos I've seen of the SKY SLED so far to the seat, just because it's such a cool contrast, like that worn leather look.
It was definitely something we wanted to do, because in the original ones, it's not really highlighted that way. And then so we really wanted to give it this kind of worn leather kind of vibe.
For sure. I'm teasing. I got you, Mike. I actually appreciate the trolls, so all in good fun. But yeah, awesome shot here. And then this sitting, I suppose, right with that first coat of the blue.
Yeah, this was the first coat that was, he was testing out the kind of finish we were going for. We didn't want it to be flat. We wanted to have a little bit of a pearlescence, but not too much where it felt like cheap. You know what I mean? Okay. Like we wanted to just be like really shiny and whatever. Like we wanted it to have a subdued sort of metallic feel, but still capture that rich blue that the original was painted with.
Yeah, it's really rad, man. It's like that pearlescence again, like it kind of conveys the scale too. Like it's a great effect of like what it would look like in real life if it was created by like the best metal they had in Eternia, you know? So it's like just great. And again, a nice shot of the back here with that translucent flame effect. Excellent. I think seeing all of it together, again, I talked about it earlier, but seeing the leather, seeing the metal, seeing the flame effect, all those pieces together just really sells it for me. And these are the pieces, as somebody who collects, 6 scale figures, it's sometimes there's almost like a rhythm to the figures going like, person, but then having something like a mount or a vehicle or a diorama piece, it just like suddenly it feels like it's world building. Like I said, sometimes it suddenly creates a little sense of like I'm in this little world spying in on them. And I don't know what it is other than just that breakup of the forms and in your collection, but
yeah, it's just like this, when in vehicles and all that kind of stuff, when they're all going to be, they're big, right? And they're pricey to make and all this kind of there's so much that goes into them, right? Yeah. And so when they do happen, I think that they're special, right? When you get like a Millennium Falcon, or you get like a TIE Fighter, or you get like whatever it is, a Batmobile, it's a special moment. And I think Battle Cat was that for us for sure. And this was more of just like here's an actual vehicle that is more of an accessory, right? I would say that.
These are those moments where I think as a fan you go, well, they went there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Matt says, after this, do you send the prototype to China or send pictures? So a technical question, how does that work?
Yeah. So we all our photos, are taken from, either a painted master, right? So, or the final. So we once we paint them, we send it directly to the manufacturer for them to then mimic what we've done and then do it at a mass scale.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, just a really rad behind the scenes shot. So thanks for sharing. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So thanks for sharing those with us, because I think it really paints the picture of the process. Let me get us back to here. Yeah. And then again, so if you're just joining, SKY SLED has been up since May 7th and it ends May 17th. It is a limited timed edition. So that is the window of time that you have to get one pre-ordered. Oh, that's right. Let me get this crap. And then I'm gonna give you the one. You won't be able to hear me, so just vamp for a minute. Ready? Oh, wrong way.
There we go.
So yeah, answer, like, show it off, and I'll give you something that you can talk about. Say, how does it feel in hand, scale wise?
Oh, I mean, it feels so good. I mean, hold
it up a little bit. Hold it up a little higher.
Oh yeah. My bad.
That's perfect.
You keep going in and out, so weird. I just wanted to show you guys how this looks in person, and how big it is. I do think that the scale wasn't like proper. The photos are all fantastic, and sometimes scale doesn't come across, but it really shows off the size. And we have the moving top. All the handles. And this. The handles move here.
That's awesome, by the way. That articulation on the actual handles, because whenever I have like a figure sitting on a vehicle, it's not always like a perfect fit, and sometimes it's like you're trying to like get someone to hold it and sit naturally, but stuff like that allows for great posability. Yeah,
we have the little blaster moves back and forth.
Love that.
And
that's the prototype, right? That's literally a prototype painted.
Yeah, this is a prototype, so please, I'm trying not to break it.
It looks awesome. Nice.
You can remove the panel, see, and then this is kind of what it is.
Dude, I'll tell you what I would do if I had if I had the space to put it.
The interior of the panel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we even sculpted the inside. We didn't want to like just not have it be plain, right? Like
that's awesome.
Like little engine parts. I think you can see there's a little wrench there.
Hold on, let me give you the one again real quick.
Yeah, look, there's like a little wrench that's like right in here.
Let me ask you a question. When you, because I honestly don't know the answer to this. When you guys are designing the interior of something like that, is that just like, you know, obviously there's references pulled and all that stuff, but did that exist prior in Moto? No, right? So
no. I think it was, you know, Emiliano and I just, you know, we just discussed it and thought it'd be fun, and he just did it. To be honest, you know, I can't take any credit for the inside of this.
It's so cool. I love stuff like that. You know, Wiley Dave said I wasn't gonna get it. Man, it looks awesome. Maybe my Prince Adam needs it. I will say again, as a devout collector, I'm happy to be on these streams and talk to you as a toy collector, not just like somebody who works at Mondo. To say I do think when those vehicle moments happen in 1/6, they're obviously rare because they are usually a little bit more premium, more premium priced. You know, sometimes they're harder to fit for people in their collection, so they're not as commonly released. If it feels like something that you would want in your collection, I'm just saying it's a rad piece, and I love stuff like that. It just kind of provides some context.
Yeah, something else I wanted to point out is that usually,
I'm gonna give you the one.
Usually, you know, we were talking about how this is usually just a sticker, right? Another part that's usually just a sticker is actually the control panel. And
I love this so much.
It's all fully sculpted in there, all painted. Not, you know, we really wanted to go all out and do those small things where like normally it'd be a sticker or normally it'd be like a decal or something, and really just bring out the detail overall and sculpt it. It probably would look like, right? The buttons wouldn't be flat like that.
Right. No, it's so rewarding to see in 3D. That's what I was kind of saying a second ago. Like, it would be awesome to have something like this on a shelf that you could see it from different angles, you know, and like have one panel on, one panel off, you know. Oh man, that just looks so good.
Yeah. So you can remove the flame or attach it, you know, or leave it attached however you want.
Yeah.
The same with the lasers, right? You know, we have the one in the middle, you know, just kind of goes in. And then this, you know, this one right here, you know, is a prototype. So excuse if it's a little loose.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
you know, it'll go up and down and side to side.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, like, Hector's holding it pretty delicately and carefully because it's literally a prototype, meaning that it's like the one assembled from 3D printing and hand painted and all those things. So and like you said, it has to go to the factory and they have to look at it and all that. So yeah, it's not as robust as a production model would be once you get yours out of the box, you know? Yeah, it's just crazy. But I'm grateful that you're willing to show these off in the stream, because you do get a sense of the scale, the detail. Like, even though we were looking at those photos that are super high res, great shots by Raul, seeing you point those things out, I think makes a big difference.
Yeah, and I think, you know, showing it on, you know, live like this and showing it on camera, it really just kind of helps showcase all the work that went into it, right? And what you'll you know, pretty close to final what you'll be getting, right, when you open the box, right? So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to show it off, and
it's crazy, man. It's like when you hear musicians talk about when they wrote like a super famous song, like, oh, I was just, and they know exactly where they are and what went into it, like something like that. Like, it was willed into existence by fans who happen to work designing toys for a living, you know. Who wanted
also like, wanted something like that, and to create something that I think, you know, will be a good part of the collection of someone's Motu 1/6 collection. As you know, this line grows.
Yeah, no, it's Jason Jansen, bigger than his head, absolutely, and that's saying something. Look at that.
Yeah, I know, my head's huge.
Both of us have like block-sized heads.
We have like watermelon heads.
Exactly.
And we have to wear our hats on the largest size.
I know. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Mine, I have to like tie a string together with the hole to like.
It's just, I just leave it loose. No.
Yes. Okay, so let's do a giveaway.
Yeah. Oh man.
You had a trivia question, right?
Thought about giveaways, man. We always.
No, we're good. So we're doing good. You have a trivia question, right?
A fun question, yeah.
Okay, guys, this is Hector's question that he found on his own. Okay, so let's.
It took me a whole 2 minutes.
Say what now?
I said it took me a whole 2 minutes to find.
Okay, yeah. There you go. All right, ready? So I'm going to look at the YouTube app chat, not my software, because like I said before, sometimes whoever says it first is different. So I'm going to look at it now.
And we're giving away a...
Oh, yeah. We're giving away a $50 gift card so that you can use it in the shop. Whenever you pick up your next Mondo purchase, you can use that. $50 off. That's a sizable amount.
Yep. So question is, in the Masters of the Universe Classic line, the Sky Sled was renamed what?
In the Masters of the Universe Classic line.
Yep.
Are you talking about the figures, the original figures? The Sky Sled was renamed
into blank. Yes.
Okay, we have some answers. I don't know the answer. You have it.
I see one on my end.
King Panther is the first one I see, and it says War Sled. Is that correct?
The correct answer is Jet Sled.
Jet Sled. Giraffe got it. Giraffe was the first one with Jet Sled. Where the hell did it? There it goes. Boom. Congratulations, Giraffe. I'm doing this. There it is. So, Giraffe, you got yourself a Jets. You don't have yourself a Jet Sled. You got the right answer.
You got a real Jet Sled.
Jet Sled. But definitely email support@mondoshop.com. Let them know that you got the right answer on the first Motu trivia question, and you, sir or madame, are getting a $50 gift card to the shop. Pretty awesome.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Okay, awesome. So then...
We have one more thing to talk about, right?
We have one more thing to talk about. Can you vamp for a second so I can get the actual image up? I forgot to include that. No, I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna put you here. Just talk about.
I can't
guys. I'm gonna put Hector by himself.
Oh God.
Be nice to him. Okay.
No one wants that. No one wants it. It's too close. Now you see too much of the watermelon head. I need to put Sky Sled back in front. Let's see. I see some questions here.
Yeah, look at the chat and answer some questions.
Yeah. Let's see. We see it.
You look great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. The watermelon head sometimes works in my favor. A new merman, so that you can also release the blue mini comic version. Yeah. We talked about this in the past, Nicholas Hill, and the original merman was done in such a great way that it's hard to try to top it. I still think it's one of my favorites in the line.
All right, good. All right, so here's the announcement.
You just cut me off.
That's perfect. That's called comedic timing.
It's true.
That Monster Palooza, Mondo is going for the first time ever. Is that correct? Right?
Yes.
Mondo's first time ever attending Monster Palooza. It also happens to be my first time going. You've been to the show.
I love the show.
I'm so hyped. It's
my favorite show.
Dude, you are not the only person. So many people that I talk to who are like artists, like James Groman, like everyone's like, dude, you gotta go to Monster Palooza. I'm like, really? Is it like there's something like not just Monster Palooza? So I went on YouTube and started, looking at, all the videos from last year. I'm like, oh my God, they have like a museum gallery section where like people show off these giant sculpts.
You'll love it. You're going to lose your mind.
If
you're a horror fan, if you're a fan of practical effects, if you're a fan of like seeing a lot of these suits in person, like that's the show. People go all out for it. It's such a fun show, and I'm so glad that we're going to it. It's our first time there. So if anyone in the chat is in Pasadena and in SoCal and around that time, it's the end of the month. Come say hi.
Yeah, we'll be May 31st through June 2nd in Pasadena for Monster Palooza. It is the 15th anniversary of the show, and as Hector said, it's very much a horror monster themed show. So we are obviously bringing a slew of horror monster themed posters, screen prints, figures. I mean, like there's going to be reveals. There's going to be
raffles. There's going to be
raffles. There's going to be in-hand stuff for sale in the figure department.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to have some great exclusives for the show. Some of them will also be available online. We'll have some online exclusives as well. All of the news and reveals will be coming out probably in the next couple weeks. But there's a great little tease here of some of the stuff that we're planning on.
Yes,
on
yes, yes.
Showcasing.
Some good teases there. And this is a beautiful image created by Justin Goers on our design team. I love it so much. The VHS aesthetic with the previews for some of the stuff that'll be there. It happens to be the 70th anniversary of the Creature from the Black Lagoon this year. We talked about that earlier when we released my figure online. So there'll definitely be some fun creature stuff going on. As you can see, Megan 16 is teased there, so there'll be more on that. And our Michael Myers Safubi figure that we showed off at Designer Con, correct?
Yep. It's I guess debut technically, right? Or no? I mean, I guess we debuted it at D.
We showed the prototype off at D.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna say anything else, but you can say
there's an amazing. I just want to shout this out to
the
posters team and the art team here at Mondo. Like, there's going to be amazing posters there. So if you're a fan of screen printed posters and you're a fan
some
of
rad stuff, dude.
We're showing up with some good posters.
Yeah, there'll be in-person exclusives and there will be online exclusives, and they're insane, you guys. Like, I'll tell you this, we the whole team at Mondo, obviously, but specifically even the poster team, we're such horror fanatics. And getting to put together a roster for this show was a freaking dream. So you guys are going to love it. If you're in the area and you can come out, you should come out anyway. But if you weren't planning on coming out, we strongly recommend it. Exclusives, reveals, all that great stuff. This is the first time I think we've announced that we're going. So
we announced it earlier today, and stay tuned for more news. And just
that last image, by the way, is the first reveal of a sneak peek of one of the posters that will be exclusive to the show. So, MTB Zombie says credit card accepted or cash only. 100% credit card accepted. 100%. Okay, we have a little bit of time left. I know we have one more giveaway to do, but also we have a bunch of questions. Are you feeling up to going through, and I will pull some questions if you want to do it, or else we can just leave them all on red if you want. Do it?
Yeah, let's do some questions, right? We got a little bit of time.
This one's important. John Price says, any updates to the Attack Peter Mechagodzilla or the Urban Aztec Godzilla figures?
Yeah, I can talk about it. I mean,
talk about it.
I think Mechagodzilla very soon, very, very, very soon.
We said that a couple times, but we really mean it this time.
We really mean it this time, for real. When we say soon, I mean, you have to think about it. It's like soon, very, very soon this time.
Yeah.
Same with Urban Aztec. We are trying to make sure these are complex paints on these figures, and it takes time. It takes a little bit of time to get them right, especially something like the Jesse Hernandez stuff, the Urban Aztec figure with all the colors that it has. And just,
when we showed them to the factory, they're like,
they're just like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill us. So I appreciate everybody being so patient. We're just trying to make sure that everything is up to snuff.
Okay, cool. We also have the results of the poll. Shouldn't I go over there?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Here, let's close out this Instagram page.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me get this out of there. Boom. That. And then we'll just go back to then this. Okay. So then, can you read the poll on your end?
I think
what did I do to it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I have to vote. I know who I'm voting for. All right. So here are the results. You ready? As of right now, as of the time that I'm reading this, who do you want to see next in 1/6 with 171 votes? That's more votes than people currently watching. In the lead. No, let's go from the bottom. Other is 4th place, which I take that to mean that we're like we were on our first 3 choices. We kind of like got people's interest. With 3rd place, 15%, Buzz Off.
Oh,
that was my vote, by the way.
It's my vote too. I love Buzz Off.
2nd place, Triclops.
Many Faces, 1st place, huh?
1st place, Many Faces. Should we make one?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe
we'll make one. All right. So that's the poll. Thank you guys for voting in it. Do you have another question, by the way, before I read it?
I don't.
Come on, find one real quick.
Okay, I'll find.
And I'll go through these questions. I'll go through questions that I can confidently answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you want me to give myself the solo? Is that what you said?
We just want to see your head now.
No. Let's see here. I want to read some of the people who put in their others, by the way.
Oh yeah, let's do that. I saw some. I keep seeing Horde troops.
Horde troops, yeah, they want like an army builder.
Yeah, army builder,
sure.
Horde troop for sure. Yeah.
Hammer of God says, please have Raul do the Thundercats pictures. You got it.
Oh, for sure.
Let me see. I need Colt says, I need to know what's gonna be at Monster Palooza. Fire stuff, my bro. Colt, good to see you here, man. Let's see. How soon will we get Orko? I think Orko is.
I think there was
there's an email went out, right?
There was an email that went out saying that it's going to be shipping very soon.
Yeah, I think Orko's going to be early.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Someone wants Man at Arms 2000X. Someone wants Merman back, and someone put in a comment. I lost it, but it was basically that they would love to see Merman updated to have like scales on the body. Huh?
The one that you interrupted me on that I was actually answering.
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
No. Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. I was just saying that.
Yeah. Good. And then let me see here. There's did you find a question, by the way?
No.
Okay, keep looking. And then do we have a Flocked Panther update by any chance?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay. Just hold on, folks. Let's see. Oh, Mossman. Mossman.
Just a flocked beast man. In green.
Someone asked if we're gonna do a regular edition Beastman.
Nice.
Because we did the deluxe Beastman.
Yeah, the Beastman Deluxe.
You can't answer that question, but what you could probably say is like, stay tuned.
Stay tuned,
yeah. Faker and Duplicat.
Duplicat would be so cool.
That would be awesome. Let's see. Oh, Topher Khan says, I know Takaro will be at Monster Palooza and I am hyped. Yes. Ooh. If you don't know, I designed a kaiju a few years ago named Takaro. Yeah, I don't know if I have one in reach. They're all around me in this room, but they're farther than my headphone jack. But yes, Takaro is a kaiju I designed over at Skybound Entertainment. I'm currently working on the book. We did an awesome Kickstarter. And the team at Mondo, you know, the folks that you guys know, Hector obviously oversaw the production of the figure, and Tufan Caesar sculpted it, and it's painted amazingly. Who painted it? Was that Hillary?
No,
was that you?
No,
it was you. Yeah, you painted it.
That we'll have,
yeah. So we have an exclusive variant, a Mondo exclusive variant. It's called Vice City Rage, and the colors were selected because it's very much like the Miami Vice. And if you don't know, Takaro, this giant octopus tentacled kaiju, is the first kaiju from Miami. So we're going to have it in hand, I've been told. Is that true?
We will.
So we're going to a select few in hand at the show, and it'll be the first chance to get Takaro in hand.
In hand, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got a question.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Since
guys ready?
Since Man at Arms, not Man at Arms, Many Faces won the
poll, yeah.
Poll. Which evil warrior did Many Faces impersonate in Shadow of Skeletor?
Ooh. That's a good one.
Which evil warrior did Many Faces impersonate in the Shadow of Skeletor?
What is the Shadow of Skeletor?
I believe.
Is that like an episode name, probably?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Oh,
I see some answers. Do you know the answer?
I do. The answer is Beastman.
All right, that's Clint Jorgensen.
Yep.
Clint Jorgensen. Congratulations, Clint. You won $50 store credit at mondoshop.com. So again, just head over to email support at mondoshop.com and let the fine folks know there that you are the winner of a $50 gift card to Mondo, and let them know that, you answered the question right. Yeah. Awesome. So, okay, let's review. Are we good? Did we do all the things we said we were going to do? We did the poll. We showed the behind the scenes. We talked about Lion-O. We talked about Monster Palooza. Just doing a mental checklist. We did 2 giveaways. Yes. We did a lot. We answered questions.
I just want to say that I appreciate everyone who tunes in.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's awesome to like show up and there's a ton of people already waiting to
Yeah,
hang out.
I mean, I just want to say thank you to everyone who spends, you know, a random night with us for an hour and gives us an hour of their time. You know, we're trying to, you know, as we build this little show out, do some fun stuff. So I see some people asking about early Comic-Con teasers, and don't worry, we're gonna. Comic-Con season is basically.
Dude, I know. You guys don't understand. We can't do Comic-Con teases yet because we have to reveal stuff at Monster Palooza first. And you know, like we have, and we're gonna be at so many cons this year, right? Like we haven't announced them all, but we're going around.
Yeah, there's more than we did last year for sure.
Yeah, dude. And so we're coming around. We're going to show off cool stuff. There's so much, you guys. Promise. It kills us to not reveal it early. When I said teases at the early part of the show, I was hoping that the Monster Palooza news and the teases we revealed would have been satisfactory. I guess not.
It was not.
It was not. But there's going to be awesome stuff there. We have like the first time reveal of like a whole new product category.
I'm excited about the teases and the things we're revealing at Monster Palooza. There's going to be a lot more than you'd think. We're gonna be
more than right, because
we're saving some of the big stuff for Comic-Con.
But there is like, if you're a horror fan,
there's gonna be some cool stuff at Monster Palooza.
Yes, dude.
A little bit of horror, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of just everything.
Yeah. And again, yeah, to echo what Hector said, thank you guys for joining us. We just love, you know, we work so internally and we're like always head down. So getting to do these shows is just so much fun because we love, you know, hearing all your responses and seeing all your feedback and answering questions and showing off the behind the scenes stuff. And again, thank you to everybody at Mondo because there's so many people.
Words right out of my mouth.
Yes, right. Like I see people in the chat who work with us, throwing some great comments in there. And there's so much that goes on behind the scenes to get something like SKY SLED made. We always highlight the sculptor and the designer and the painter because that's the tangible stuff. But there is so much, you guys. And as we keep doing these, we hope to introduce you to more of them, and you get to meet some of them at the shows and all that. So it'll be fun.
From like the you know, the marketing team who, you know, again, we're Mondo's a small team.
Yeah.
And we're scrappy, and you know, shout out to the marketing team, everyone who's, you know, handling our production, our project managers, logistics, customer service, who deal with so much and are amazing at what they do, and just everyone at Mondo. Just you know, huge shout out to the whole team.
Yeah, awesome, man. So okay, we got to run.
We did it.
Dude, we did a good job.
Minimal mistakes.
What was the mistake?
No mistakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
Minimal.
And yeah, minimal. So just remember, SKY SLED available till May 17th. That's Friday. If you're on the fence, if you're thinking about it, start to stream over and watch all the fun stuff we talked about all over again. But I think you won't regret it. I'll say it that way. You will not regret something like this. And thank you, by the way, to everybody who picked one up. There's so many of you who picked one up already. That blew our minds, to be honest with you. So again, thank you all. We love you very much. And now I'm going to end the stream, which is going to leave an awkward few seconds.
Yep.
So let's